I.
Yeah?
Yeah.
To write down what exactly?
All kinds of problem.
So basically...
Why don't we start off with reading the thing?
Okay, yeah. You want to hold on to this?
Yeah, sure. Hey, how's it going, guys? We're at, what's the name of this office?
This is the Mike Farnworth constituency office.
Yeah, Mike Farnworth.
We don't really want anyone recording in here, though, if that's okay.
No, but it's our legal right as a company to record.
Yeah, we're a company. We record all our transactions. Certified Tech Roofing.
So I'll read this to you.
I'm a property of the company, yep.
ID donor for Rick K. Yaya Angels. I, Hamish Lachlan John Campbell, have nothing to hide, nor did I do wrong in this venture. I cannot get him prescription medication with my ID. My history as a grazing cowboy shepherd boy, Catholic boarding school boy, Australian Marine Naval Engineering officer, a captain on my own ship, a worldwide adventurer in seeking transformation. Old people need help, so I became a medical orderly. My volunteer stuff is numerous. How's it going?
Why don't we just start over again? The guy's here. Yeah, he needs to hear this.
All right.
Yeah, how you doing? Rick?
How's it going? Yeah.
Good.
Good.
And you are?
Hamish.
The ID donor.
Glenn. Nice to meet you.
Glenn, nice to meet you.
Yeah. How's it going, Glenn?
So yeah, I'll just start it again.
Yeah.
Ready for you?
Yeah.
ID donor for Rick K. Yaya Angels. I, Hamish Lachlan John Campbell, have nothing to hide, nor did I do wrong in this venture. I cannot get him prescription medication with my ID.
Okay, that's the, so, okay, I got
My
you.
history as a grazing cowboy shepherd boy, Catholic boarding school boy, Australian Naval Marine Engineering officer,
Pretty impressive.
a captain on my own ship, a worldwide adventurer in seeking transformation. Old people need help, so I became a medical orderly. My volunteer stuff is numerous, and I received an award from the Deputy Premier of Quebec for outstanding volunteership in the community.
Nice. Whereabouts in Quebec were you? Here, guys, sit down.
My volunteer work, I'll finish this. My volunteer work is firefighting. I'm a volunteer firefighter. I love it for its nature-saving love in hell's inferno.
Yeah.
Firefighter's night, breaking down the walls so the burning fire don't bite. I call that breaking down hell, and when they're saved, I know God from heaven did so well. In me I trust. Because I was an ID donor for Rick K. Yaya Angels, I must do all he says. Under his identical direction, thus forth certified tech roofing came to life. Perfection. And I think I'm going through transformation right here, right now. The truck was a recording studio with the capability of 10 mics, as well as spy cameras for copy hell, copy that. First seizure, a few spy cameras went missing. We got the truck back and that was that. Hundreds of no trespassing orders from businesses. This is a purchasing issue. I had no tie.
Well, we got one today, but we couldn't afford one for him.
I had no ties. Hey, yeah, why? I can't get back my truck. I question why such bad luck. Why so many hundreds of trespassing orders allowed me to drive and force this? This is hell's dive. But I'm still alive and I'm building a hive. The cops put me inside just long enough and at the right time to deny my Canadian citizenship oath ceremony via Zoom, thus preventing me from becoming a Canadian citizen. Boom. Hook, take a look at Trucker Crane. I'm not insane. I was the last man standing with a sign that said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." As they came through with 10,000 crew, 10,000 cops for trucker tops. They had high-rise sniper cops and horse-driven anti-dancing cops. The footage is there. I tell it to be true, I swear. I must have had 6,000 front and back, side to side, and the photo ops only show the back of me too. Why am I saying too so much? Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it was a shit ton. It was a copy hell, copy that, a copy hell, copy that.
Those are all trespass?
Yeah.
It's all the cop stuff. This looks like years, but it's only a few months.
Because I moved to Toronto for the ID donorship with Rick K, and I swapped the phone landline with the landlord, apparently the cops contacted him several times a day, and we have phone records because I have access to my own line. So because of landlord and tenant duress due to these phone calls, I activated my right to end the rental because of copy hell. Then proceeded to my previous rental to get my belongings. I had stored firefighting equipment and military guns. By Rick K's advice and command, I shall take these guns that are in the safe and turn them into the authorities because without legal address, I am not able to possess. I was unable to get my property from my landlord, and the cops...
She's such a nice lady. She must have been enforced.
I think so. The cops did not arrive to assist. Not too sure if it's a miscommunication, but those guns should be in government
When you
possession.
got 2 parties, 3 parties calling the cops, they should come.
Yeah. I am unable
Must
to
be
obey
a
Rique's
bilingual thing.
order because of complications aroused. So, are they trying to stop my citizenship or charge me with this duress? It's like an argument I can't win.
Yeah.
The cops did not charge me, and I told them to go to my previous address in Quebec and take
Remember when
possession.
I said he was getting arrested to block the Zoom meeting for
Yeah.
Canadian citizenship?
No, you haven't
That's
mentioned-
why he was arrested, but he wasn't charged.
You said blocking Zoom meetings, Rick, but you didn't say anything about citizenship. I don't recall you saying.
Okay,
Whatever.
well, how
sorry.
that works
Yeah.
is they do it on Zoom, and he has to attend on Zoom.
And you
And
don't
if
have
he
access.
doesn't attend, he doesn't become a Canadian
And if you don't have a
citizen.
computer, you can't get on.
Well, if
Zoom.
I'm locked up in a cell.
I think
with
this
Yeah.
is a
all my
computer right
phone
here.
and Wi-Fi.
I'm not too sure, but I think what happened was
I
is
have
the
the
cops prevented him
capacity,
from being a Canadian
ability,
citizen.
Inform the police officers of that at the time of arrest that evening.
It's kind of
Inform the
funny
lawyer I
how
was
they
able
do
to
it
talk
right. They
to.
only have 24 hours right to hold, but they do it like right at the time
Time
to
when he's
block
getting
that
his
meeting.
citizenship.
Yeah.
And the cops said, well, bad luck, you shouldn't have, I guess, done nothing. So, like, I did nothing. And
I don't know.
No charges.
There is something because they
But
were
I'm not a
talking
citizen
about
yet
the
now.
gun stuff and
Because
the
of this.
addresses.
Because
but
of that, yeah.
That's out of
Oh,
our
yeah, in
control.
the cell, they wanted to, well, they were threatening me with 2 years plus in prison.
For what?
For an
Choose
address
an
issue on the
address
gun
issue
stuff
on the
that
gun
we
stuff.
wanted to turn in
That
several
we've tried
months
on
ago.
multiple occasions
To
already
turn
to
it
do
into.
it.
Okay.
It's just some people just don't listen.
Yeah, I guess that's why they didn't charge me, because I
You
tried
can't listen.
before
Yeah,
and
well, it's
after
after.
with no success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call this the gun test.
So we're trying after, and
Yeah.
before we tried before.
Yeah.
We went to that address and the landlord never gave it up. Your stuff,
Still there, Hamish?
Oh, well, here we go. A maximum text may have said something in regards to us, like a warning of some sort. Please refer to the truth at certifiedtechroofing.com. Bottom right YouTube link. We had 4 vehicles seized by the government, unresolved, several sets of roofing tools, and a mobile recording studio. Freedom Camp. We're going to ring the bell.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you guys
You
are
guys-
hoarding my vehicles.
Yeah, like Rick, I got to clarify it again. I don't have anything to do with public safety. Mike's the minister. This is a constituency office. This is all over my head, way up the food chain. But I'm willing to help you if I can. So, where would these? Are these all like the vans you're talking about? Are they all with Coquitlam RCMP? Do you think, or are they from?
One
Vancouver
vehicle
team?
is retrievable. It's
One vehicle is retrievable,
And
yeah.
the other vehicle.
You know where? Like you've
Surrey
seen it?
police.
Unresolved.
Surrey Police. Okay, well there you go. So Surrey RCMP or that new Surrey PD. I guess it doesn't make a difference. But one of them's in Surrey. You know that?
RCMP officers in
Yeah.
Surrey.
Yeah, because they started a new Surrey police force out there too. So there's two. It's kind of weird. Just,
Conflicted, yeah, there's really like.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the place that had our vehicle seized. They're trying to make it look like a traffic stop.
Yeah, yeah.
But we were on private property, and there's the proof. This was issued before this. This was done after. And we were arrested and charged, but no charges were laid.
No.
And
yeah.
they made it look like it was on the road when it was actually on private
Jonathan
property.
Drolet, is that?
Who cares?
Well,
Who cares?
did he sign this or?
Yeah, that's one of the
That's
trespass.
from 7-Eleven. They're saying you were parked there, and they were saying the van was
Okay,
parked.
okay, here's the thing. All that needs to happen to destroy a roofing company is 7-Eleven needs to complain and tell us to go
Yeah,
off the property.
I'm just
And
asking.
then,
I'm trying
and
to
then they
figure out-
have
trying to
full
understand,
right,
Rick.
they
Trying
have
to
full
understand.
right to take all the property of
Yeah.
Certified Tech Roofing and leave us with one briefcase.
Yeah, that's.
And, well, we got 2 blankets. And then they drove
Actually,
us
they
to
didn't want to give us
another
the two
location. We didn't really know where we were, just turfed us out near a shelter and was like, deal with it. We had made purchases at this 7-Eleven, like
Yeah, I
a
don't
Powerade or something and a coffee or whatever.
I think what we need
It
is
seemed like they were happy to
24-hour
take our
camera,
money, but
and then actually remember
Probably
the
not.
informant stuff that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Why not just wire up all of our stuff, our persons, have some
But-
secret
I
cameras,
don't-
and then Bluetooth it, and then you guys can just monitor us all day.
This,
No.
but
yeah,
7-Eleven would have cameras, and it's probably too late now. August 8th. It's the 23rd.
No one cares, man. We got videos.
we got
We
video.
got
Oh, you do have
paperwork.
250 already on the
These
YouTube
are
site.
trespassing orders, every one of them.
Yeah.
So we got like hundreds of these.
What were they accusing of here? It was parked there for a long time, or?
Okay,
Just
so
they enforce trespassers for no reason.
all right, why don't you show them
We have
the?
hundreds of them.
Why
They
don't
stopped
you
giving
show,
us paperwork on trespassing
why
at
don't
a
you
certain
show them the
point because it
video
was starting
on
to pile up.
your phone? Show them the video on your phone.
Oh yeah. I need to get the Wi-Fi code here so I can pull up the video.
I don't.
Have you watched the videos yet? Because you promised me that you would.
I'm off on Tuesdays. I was gonna watch them this morning actually, and I was just.
But we were
I've had
meeting
a
this
day
morning,
from
yeah.
Al, so yeah. So
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Are
I
you
gotta know
losing
you
count?
guys. I gotta have direction here. So
Okay,
you're trying
so-
to.
Okay,
Right,
tell
you're
me-
good with that.
I'm good
the
with direction. Okay, so
I'm gonna
tell
get you
me-
to fill in a consent form too. So hang on.
Yeah. I just want to know why we get so many forced to leaves.
Thanks.
And
Yeah, it sounds like some kind of harassment to me if everything's accurate that you're saying, right?
I don't
So-
know. This is beyond harassment.
This is
I gotta
You
Google
can
an
pull the
unusual
cameras on the
punishment as
intersection
well
over
as,
there where we
um,
were last night at sundown, and you'll find that there's 200 cops within 3 hours driving.
Driving
around.
by you?
200 in 3 hours. You can pull the traffic light cameras up.
I
at that intersection.
don't have any access to that stuff, Rick, but.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, next time we'll just record, I guess.
Well, I
Waste
might
our
be able to, like,
returns.
I'm trying to make it clear that I can try to
It's
help you the best way I can
psychotherapy.
with,
They're basically telling us not to come talk to you, I think. But this is a lot of.
so Hamish,
Two.
if you, let's just leave that open, yeah, to Mike, this is just telling the ministry that you've asked me to access information on your behalf. And then,
So you want to access.
your name or
information?
Rick's name, but just one of you, and then your address. And then one piece of ID if you have it is all I need, and then you don't need to fill this in because I can tell them.
What information do you need to access? Oh, all this stuff.
Yeah, to find out what's going on, like I've got now, there's a Surrey
we wanna-
RCMP file number here, so I can use this to
We
say,
want to know why the mass text went out,
a mass text.
like the Amber Alert, but
Oh.
for us.
Okay.
We know that's happened because, we just got too many weird behaviors.
Yeah.
We haven't verified it, but we will find somebody that received that text and it will be accurate to our image. Maybe we can look on your phone and see if you received it, because it's like a mass text that goes out to everybody.
Like from who? From the ministry?
Oh, from the police, it's an emergency thing, dangerous.
Yeah, no, I
persons.
didn't get it like that. Yeah.
Well, we know
What
something
the-
like that's happened.
I'm happy to show you my phone if you'd like.
That's cool. No, it's like you go into
Maybe it
go
doesn't
into
go
a
to your
place
phone.
of business and everyone gets a beep at the same time. They're
Yeah,
all
like an Amber Alert.
Yeah, they're like, but then they look at the guy in the Superman shirt and they look at each other.
And then they get out.
Yeah, I've never received anything like that, but.
They probably said I was a terrorist or something. We haven't read it.
And then you sign there, date there.
It could be about the guns, armed and dangerous and stuff.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think would have any reason to be, but that shouldn't have anything to do with your business and your business vehicles, right?
25.
Yeah. Really,
24, I think.
I think there's like a major
Not
loss
24.
here, like, I don't know, this is a lot of trust. You know how hard these things are to get? We can only get this with new rookie cops. So to get one of these, we have to go through like
Yeah.
30, 40 cops.
Quite busy
You know,
today.
because the other cops are more
But I'll
experienced.
let you.
But this
I'll
one
just
right here
film it call.
is a new cop.
Offense notice.
So.
Where are they saying you went into on this, Rick?
Yeah,
I'm not too
Is there
sure,
anything
it's,
right now?
it's fake.
9200
Number
Western
one,
Road.
it's
Yeah,
fake.
it's a property.
Okay, the reason why it's fake is because they actually need a crime
okay.
to issue
Yeah,
one of these.
they should have.
Okay, but none of these have crimes or charges with them, so they're all
Can I
fake.
photocopy some of this?
Oh, yeah. Photocopy the
Hey,
whole lot.
Yeah.
Here, I'll help you. The whole lot's right here.
No, I just want these three. This gives me, I don't need 2 copies of that. These
Oh,
three
you
will give me
need-
enough.
You need all this too.
I just wanna get started with something, cause if I send these 3 in, not this one so much, but these 2, they'll be able to get all that. And they'll all be connected, right? They'll all be under your and Hamish's names, I would imagine. So I don't need everything, it would take too long, and they wouldn't probably even look at it. And this is serrated, do you mind if I remove this, or?
Go ahead, just don't wreck it.
No, I'm not gonna just go with that, that's because I need this part, that's all the legalese shit that goes with it, so. This is Justin, by the way.
Hey, Justin.
That's Rick and Hamish.
So, I guess the most important action that you gotta take right now is my order in regards to the guns and the crossbow.
Yeah.
My order is for the government to go over there to his previous address and seize those things, so we don't have any more copy action on that. We already had copy action, when was that, 2 days ago or a day ago? 2 days ago?
Yeah.
So,
Alright, so I'm basically trying to close the door before it happened. We tried to do that way over there, right? But
Yeah.
we are unable to close the door, that's why they take action.
Basically, some high-level authority activated in order to get Quebec Sûreté, the Quebec police, to go to that address and seize the weapons and take them.
And
down
also
to
give us paperwork of that seizure.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, these are.
The
these are
cops
work-
here are telling the cops here to do that, you're saying?
Yeah, well, they have a habit of disobeying and
They
misconduct.
won't do
I
what
don't
we
know,
ask them to do.
how much misconduct do you think is here?
It's an,
Alarming
That's
number.
only the physical paperwork they issue.
Yeah,
We got
there's-
multiple
there-
trespasses
there-
that
there's
refuse-
video,
Just when they said get lost.
Just said fuck off.
Yeah, we got video,
Otherwise,
and then we lose video
there'll be
because they like to
consequences.
take our video.
A particular police officer in Pembroke said, if you don't leave town, there'll be fucking consequences.
Is that right?
Like
Then
this.
what, like this?
yeah, yeah.
I was like, what's that?
Well, you get those guys
Um,
flashing, there's some sign they flash, cops, there's some, yeah, some.
So
cops are
basically, one, like, a lot of the cops say, you guys aren't gonna win this one, right? Like,
Yeah,
like, how many cops did you have in the cells this last time? 17?
Yeah.
So-
Okay, so it's like, and the one big cop that was in charge said, you're not gonna win this. Like, well, why? Like, we're firefighters, of course we're gonna win this. We never
So-
did nothing wrong.
So you got one van in Surrey, and where are the other three? The
They're
one you
truck,
said
truck,
the recording
truck,
studio.
yeah.
Truck and
Sure,
Surrey.
trucks.
Silverado Chevrolet 1500 2010 with about $50,000 in tools that was
Roofing tools.
Yeah, we were
And
at,
tools
we
and
had some
recording
contracts we were going to
Thanks,
fit
buddy.
into.
And do you know where the other ones are?
So basically, the reason why this stuff happens is because, do you know what a major milestone is?
Hang on, Rick, here's those originals
Thank
back.
you. You know what a major milestone is?
Well, I know it, but what context are you talking?
Okay, so like when we're gonna go sign some contracts with some roofing companies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Subcontracts, that would be a major milestone. Now, why do we get cop interference that prevents that from happening every time we have a major milestone in this certified tech operation? Why?
And you know, in the beginning, those major milestones were things like business card purchases.
Yeah, show them the
Just
business,
get
get
this
the
going.
Wi-Fi, show them the
Oh, you got the
business.
Wi-Fi up,
Yeah.
or I can show you on your phone. What's the
What's the password for?
I can't share the password for here, but hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Here, yeah. Well, do you know what the,
yes one?
do you know what the password is for alleged guest? June.
I don't think it has a accessible password anymore. You have to have an account. You have to be working for the ledge.
Hang on, just a sec, hang on.
Oh, it's very easy. Just I'm sure you get cellular data. It's a very short video.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
one or two
I've got,
minutes.
you can do it on my phone here. What
And this is quite early in the development. of
Safari,
certified
like
tech
the original?
roofing.
is it?
YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
find it from-
I should have, my phone should be hooked into the network or data room.
So I guess the first task is, the guns, but like, it's not just take the guns with paperwork. Well, he's a military.
But you think that's what
officer.
started this whole thing, is the guns?
No. What started this whole thing was facial recognition on a trucker
Had a
convoy.
trucker convoy.
Oh, okay.
As I said, I was the last man standing. They arrested me.
He was the last
again
man.
Vote.
in Ottawa.
That was his
I
first
held a
arrest.
sign that said, "Forgive them, Father, for they don't know what they do." Standing off to the side, you know, I didn't want to really
He was the last one.
miss. But they had about 10,000, you know, APCs and all the rest of it.
Yeah,
and
I saw that on TV, I don't, you know.
I didn't resist at all. But they did their usual. You're being arrested for mischief.
Hypnotherapy.
Never got any paperwork either on that one, and what they did was held us in a paddy
We get
wagon.
a lot of cops, like
No
we had
masks.
700 cops,
No
we only
masks
got
given in this paddy wagon.
we only got,
COVID
like,
right at the time.
Yeah.
maybe 100
And
paperwork.
we're stuffed in,
sheets.
no water. A guy's like having a little bit of a panic thing and needs water. They're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And then they drove us an hour and a half out of town and dumped us on a snowy highway and said, sort it out, with no paperwork again. And then they put in the newspaper too.
They don't
I've
like
heard
to
shit
stamp
like
it
that,
in the
but I've never-
system.
They don't want to stamp
The
it.
only time we get a stamp is when we ask them, how long you been an officer for? a few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 months. We only get it from new officers, because they're,
And,
you know.
figured
Well,
out.
that lovely lady who did the trespassing for us, they didn't want to do a trespass, but she'd arrived early and she just was
Yeah,
like, oh,
she
I got
was
it."
the first one there, and she did the trespass, and then the other cops that were trying to do misconduct and mischievous activities, they're like, no, you're not doing, oh, this is already done. Oh, great. You're under arrest. And,
Oh yeah, they put us under
Can you
arrest.
find it, Hamish?
Oh yeah, it's just yeah.
There's
Yeah,
so
like
many
I said,
videos.
there's
Right
a lot
now,
of
there's
stuff.
300 on there.
So what's this a video of?
This is okay. I'll give you a little background.
Yeah.
So we were trying to get business cards printed for Certified Tech Roofing. We tried through Vistaprint, and now there was
And several other companies.
and several other places. Then because there was a delay, and then the business address of the main office of Vistaprint suddenly shifted on Google to be 400 kilometers away from downtown Toronto, where it had been the day before.
Yeah.
We had Googled little hacky things. So we're just like, oh, we'll call up a print shop.
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, not a problem, we can print 500 business cards. I'm like, well, we got a USB. Is it alright, I can plug it in and you'll get the data and print them out? Yeah, not a problem, $60, cool, we'll be there in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were there in 3 minutes.
You just need to transfer the file for this.
Okay, before, let me stress one thing here. Okay, this business was called. Okay, we were on the phone for 2 minutes.
And you
okay,
arrived there?
And we're there within 3 minutes because we're
Yeah,
a
you're-
block away. Okay, so within that 5-minute period of time, there's that officer right there, and then there's several officers behind the wall.
Like when you arrived there was a cop there?
Look at this.
We just need to transfer the file for business cards. We got the design already made. I know, there's a police officer here.
Oh, there's-
Alright. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's nobody, those people, were we in here before you arrived? You were in here before you arrived? Okay, so we're next in line, sir.
So it's playing a line issue, but we were actually there.
Are you rejecting service?
So they said they had Wi-Fi, but now they don't have Wi-Fi. But you don't need Wi-Fi, you download a
The
file.
USB, yeah.
Officers were allowed to videotape.
What the heck is the cop doing back there?
Place order, please. It should only take 10 seconds. You don't have to fucking argue. Holy fuck, man. They should take our website. You can refuse the point of sale. Alright, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Now, why would they refuse the point of sale?
Operations.
And he
Why-
goes back
why
and
would
talks to
he-
the police officer.
Yeah.
That
Why
cop
would-
was there the whole time, he's there when you arrived?
Yeah,
When we arrived, yeah.
a task force, actually.
Now this is
So why would they refuse the sale? I think
these are all the-
because
all
the
the ones
cops
in
were
this-
going like this to them. If you sell them business cards, we're gonna shoot you in the fucking head or destroy your business.
Hamish, these are all the videos on YouTube, these are all the ones you're talking about.
yeah, I spent court appearances with judges trying to get this guy ID and medication. We've got so
The
much
judges,
stuff. It's
the court stuff, it's very impossible. Every time we're arrested for, we're arrested a lot, but there's no charges ever. I always tell them, okay, now that I'm in your custody, I have the right to see a doctor.
Yeah, and get
And
medication.
I never get that. So this is all about medication.
And so where are you at with
The
that?
cops.
Like, do you have medication right now?
I'm unable to get it.
I'm able to get in my.
Do you want me to try and help with that? Like,
Well, we already been across the country pretty much,
About every
twice.
province.
This is not just been going on 3 months.
Yeah, no, I know.
I had many ID donors, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
you know,
the
that's why you
longest
can't-
lasting ID donor that I ever had.
that's why you can't get the medication because you don't have proper ID, they're saying?
Okay.
Yeah, now
Uh,
is that-
that's apparently one of the reasons. Now
What-
he's
what
been
we're gonna do-
fingerprinted so
Yeah.
many times. It's not funny at police stations all across the
All
country.
right, all right.
He
So,
has
so what's
court
the problem?
documentation with
What's
his
the
name on
problem?
it.
What's the problem? Here, I'll solve your problem. Okay? It's called fingerprint, face tech, and voice on all systems. So when I go to the ID ATM, I just go like this to the screen. It's a touch screen fingerprint technology, and then I go like this, and then I read some sentences on the screen, and then I put in my money, and then it prints me out ID. It's called an ID ATM.
That's a thing?
And, no,
Never heard of that.
it's not a thing,
Oh.
because I'm just solving your problems.
Oh, right.
See, what I gotta do is I gotta deal with you, I gotta deal with the outreach worker, I gotta deal with the welfare worker, I gotta deal with the cops, I gotta deal with the judges, and the list goes on and on. And right now,
Well, and the churches.
and the churches,
And the hospitals.
and the hospitals, and nothing.
It's
Okay.
a pass the buck. It's a hot potato,
Yeah.
potato around the
Just
circle
like you're gonna
for 5
recommend,
months.
just go to the welfare worker.
With-
you know?
with-
No, I was saying, I would go to the
Resulting in-
welfare worker.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what
I don't want welfare, I want my truck.
No, but yeah, I get you. That's what, so that's, so,
Now this truck
What-
was seized on accusations of,
Whatever they wanna
whatever
say.
Now it's been stopped by multiple police officers all the way across the country.
Yeah, like 700 times.
We've got paperwork
It's
on the vehicle being
image.
certified
It's
to drive
an
in
image
state
thing.
by highway patrol.
It's an
Um,
image thing.
They didn't like the fact that I think
It's an image thing.
we're
It's a
little bit
freedom of
visible in the
speech thing.
community.
It's a freedom of
And,
speech image thing.
And you try and prevent access to a
So-
website with YouTube videos incriminating, and then instead of it all being on the internet sphere, we do our stuff via word of mouth and via our image that we present, and that image
So-
is quite,
so
quite
basically
enjoyable
the-
to the community.
yeah.
They don't like that, so they want to take away as much of that and create a different image in the community's mind.
Like those text blasts that
Yeah.
they do about us, a dangerous person.
I've
It's
never
very
gotten one of
serious.
those.
It
Well,
needs
maybe
to be
they're
active.
very selective on there. You know,
So
we
what I
know this is.
here's what I want to try and do, you guys. So just so you know that I'm not trying to pass the buck, is I'm gonna Mike is I told you before a few times. This is a constituency office. We help people in Polka with income assistance, housing, whatever we can. If they have trouble with ICBC, Fraser Health, that's what our job is. I don't have anything to do with public safety, but Mike's a public safety minister, so I know all his assistants. He's got EAs and MAs, executive assistants, administrative assistants, deputy ministers, and all this shit.
I don't think
so-
Canada's ever seen anything like this.
Yeah, you probably aren't alone, but anyway. So what I want to try and do
I don't
is
think
dig
this-
with what Hamish gave me and with the documents you gave me. Is I want to try and get to the ministry and say, what's the root problem here? Like, what is going on?
The medication.
And then I also
The root is, we already know the root. It's the medication. The cops don't want me to have medication.
why wouldn't they though?
Because they got fingerprints machines,
Yeah.
and they don't want to release that. The judge doesn't want to release that. They're a cartel organization that making sure I can't get medication because I am the
And-
watch, formerly known as anti-narcotics.
Now they literally trumped him up on charges of robbery of cigarettes when
In the video, the judge went off record in the video, off the record, and we video. We're with
We're
our
always
legal
on
right
record.
to video.
We
I know there's
never go
laws
on record.
in the court that says you can't video, but because it's on Zoom, those laws are not validated.
we had the court.
Okay, so
And on that
Executive,
video, they admitted,
person.
the judge admitted in the disclosure that I did leave change, and I took back
And it-
the tip. I just took back my tip, not even all of it, just half of it.
Now they,
Okay,
they
so-
dropped all charges and gave him a peace bond over that. When we stressed the issue that we want to take it to trial, and
They
I
forced
did-
us not to take the
They
trial.
forced us not to take the
There's
trial
like
because of the
several
ID.
hours of footage.
okay,
on
so put it the other way then. What do you guys what would you want me to do? What would be?
that. Okay, so we got another trial in Pembroke
Yep.
coming up. That's for, what is that for, like coffee at 2 o'clock?
Coffee at Tim Hortons. They seized the vehicle at that point when they arrested
Yeah,
us.
but
So
we got
it's-
it back.
The recording studio and a couple of the trucks are in Ontario then?
Yeah.
And one's here. The one you drove out of is here. Seized with the RCMP.
Yeah.
Went across the country seeking this ID stuff, collecting video evidence, and a lot of trespassing.
And a lot of community support. You wouldn't believe the community support. So
People
when
are
we,
genuine. Most people are good, right?
we need permission to hand this, like we're gonna get it printed out properly.
Can you? Yeah.
But we need permission from your office to hand this out because, well, we know the cops are gonna respond with very aggressive behavior because it's not really going the way they wanna go. It's really our defense. This
So,
is a
Hamish,
perfect
And we
human
need the authority of someone obviously greater than ourselves.
And
to
greater than the
direct
police and correct them when
to
they're
tell
mishaps.
them to seize those weapons that I was not able to
And
go back
in our
and retrieve,
daily organization.
take them into government possession, to prevent.
But not only that, we get cops every day. We need an
Oh, yeah.
actual judge or something, or somebody with authority, and then we just call the number, and then we just hand
Say
it to
leave
the
them
cop.
alone?
It's fucking restraining order at this point.
Okay, so
and,
you're,
and the truck's back.
you said, and the
Yeah,
truck's back.
And we're having trouble with the lawsuits and the lawyers. See, we want to get all this video footage analyzed by lawyer and psychologist, the mental kind or whatever, to see if I'm straight in the head or they're not straight in the head.
Yeah,
That's,
we
I'm not gonna blow smoke up your ass. That's really hard to do to say.
Oh, I know,
Hey,
because we
find
got
it.
cops psychotherapying.
Well, the
them-
same-
And for me, I can't find a lawyer or that'll say, I'll take that on for nothing, right? You gotta.
No, we want to pay.
We want
We're
to pay.
quite capable of paying. Just the fact,
Roofing is
it's
quite
the same
lucrative.
concept.
Yeah.
It's the same concept as those business cards.
Is it if you go to a lawyer, they're gonna say, no, I don't want to.
Refusing the service.
Refusing point of sale.
Okay, so the reason why the lawyer would refuse service is because the cop's coming in and saying, "Don't take this case."
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're going it like this: "We're going to take away your business if you take this case.
Or just make it, yeah.
We're gonna put your life in jail."
We're not privy to those conversations, but what we know is that we
There's
call
pressure,
lawyers.
yes.
Lawyers say yes on the phone. They say,
So
"Well,
we'll
have a
just
look at the
represent
videos and
ourselves.
call us back."
And
in
then
a
once they
couple
see
of
the
days."
videos, they.
I
yeah.
don't think they even get a chance to review the videos. We call them back a day or two later, and they say, "Unfortunately, we cannot take on your particular."
Because the cops have called
Yeah,
them.
I get what you're saying.
So
Same as the business cards,
Yeah.
but we'll
So
just
you-
represent ourselves. But we're having trouble stamping paperwork in courts because the receptionist at the courthouse. See, it goes really deep, actually. It's like the most sophisticated firewall known to mankind, and your job is to help us get through.
yeah.
Okay, are you gonna print that up? Like, off
Immediately.
something,
Immediately.
yeah, and then can you email it to me and I'll actually physically print it here? You like that if you do
Oh,
it?
you're gonna print all the copies for us?
I could print,
Yeah,
well, if you,
right.
like, you gonna print it on here, like on Word or something, how you
Yeah.
gonna get it?
I'll type it out on
What
Word
do you
and
mean?
email
Do you
it.
mean we put a copy in there and you print 500 copies?
Well, I can't print 500 copies, I could print 25 copies or something
Yeah,
for you if you want.
It's not worth our time. We'll just go to the Staples.
Well, I was gonna say, but I want a copy so I can send it to
Yeah,
the
we'll
ministry.
we'll drop
Yeah.
you off a copy for sure, man.
Yeah,
okay.
It's just,
And-
well, this was done last night. Come on, give us a break. You got
Yeah,
an appointment
yeah,
with you
yeah,
first,
Yeah,
you know,
I got it,
right?
okay.
And what was the other?
Like, I'll do my best, this is really complicated, like you guys.
Oh,
clearly it's
extremely
really
complicated. We just going at the major pillar issues. There's a whole bunch of stuff underlying as well.
Yeah.
Like just the one officer who arrested me the day before my citizenship oath that I served
Yeah,
a
we-
verbal notice at the time saying that, you know,
We want that
basically
citizenship
I
done within
consider
the
this
next few days.
trespass by way of force denying me my freedom of movement.
Have you tried going
to be remedied by $100 per hour.
No, we're not gonna
Trespass
try to go
continues.
anywhere. You're gonna do all the footwork for us.
Accepted
We're
and
gonna pay for that
agreed.
footwork.
No, I don't,
Notice.
I'm not, I can't accept money for anything.
So there's like one officer,
Yeah,
small claims, civil court with that one officer, once I serve him, I don't know, 25 grand or whatever, like lost time, revenue,
Oh, it's
time,
more than
like,
that.
psychological.
Dude, what I was gonna ask Rick is if you, they're right behind us is Roy McKinney's office, the member of parliament, and he does citizenship shit all the time, and so if you
So
walk right
phone
at the end
them
of
and
this,
send them up and set it up, and then we'll go down there.
Yeah.
yeah, it's right, if you walk the end, it's, you
Yeah,
look left, it's right there. But I can, yeah, I can.
So what we experience all the time is redirection.
Yeah, well that, but this is provincial, that's
So
federal.
What I'm saying is, you phone them up
Yeah,
and book an appointment, and we'll show up.
I can try to do that, yeah. I can't do it, I'm not in charge of them, but I can certainly.
Well, if they
So
don't
hold on,
want to
one
book
of
an
the guys-
appointment with you, I guess that's a dead issue.
Oh, no,
You're
it's-
not gonna be able to run for mayor.
They should be able to talk to you.
I don't
All
know,
your citizenship issues,
he's a
that's-
perfect individual, man.
Hey, seems like a nice guy, yeah.
No, he has no criminal record prior to this incident. Okay, and the arrest
So,
and the criminal
so there,
record.
but do you understand the difference, you guys understand the difference between provincial and federal?
We
Citizenship
understand
is
it
federal.
better. We understand it better than you. It's just the problem is, we're dealing with people that do misconduct.
Yeah, but
In government.
in
and
government,
police.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta understand that we've been across the country on all these issues, in many offices, in many courts, in many police. And, I think we just get escalation each time, eh? Like more cops all the time.
No action
Yeah.
from
Pull
any
the cameras,
department.
you know where the A&W is just up there?
Yeah. Yeah,
Pull
Microphone
the
Center.
camera footage from last night at sundown.
Rick, I wouldn't
Okay.
know how to do that. When I-
It's simple, man, I can direct you how to do that. I can
I
tell
wanna
you how to do that.
just start with this stuff you've given me and see where all this shit is coming from. And see if I can get your truck back in Surrey. That's the way I'm gonna start. But I'm telling you, if Hamish was that close to getting citizenship, maybe Ron's office can help you. Is there?
No, we expect citizenship within the next couple
I
of
ought to
years.
have it. The only thing they need me to say is something like,
Just go to a swearing-in
I will
ceremony.
bear
Yeah.
true
Yeah,
allegiance
take
and
it.
an honor to the Queen and her heirs and the
All right,
princes
but we
and whatever,
predict that it's gonna
whatever,
be,
never, never.
never, and then the next time it comes up, we're gonna have another arrest, and then the next time another arrest.
And if we
So
don't get
if
this
you
done,
take our
we'll wrap
direction,
it up.
if you take my direction, you know, it's gonna work, but a lot of people don't take my direction, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna need that fingerprint stuff done for my ID, so I don't have to use an ID donor. I pretty much destroyed your.
Have you
fingerprint.
tried, Rick,
Or
going,
not me,
where were
but
you
the
were you
cops.
born?
So why don't you tell them about your family and.
Not you, Hamish, I'm saying, where were you born?
In hell. Why don't you tell them about your family, how you lost, and what they think about you now?
Yeah, well, my family has been psychotherapy into thinking that I'm like
The worst criminal around.
mentally ill, do crack, lost all of it on basically those sorts of things. They vilify and belittle this guy. I'm simply trying to help him get idea medication through a system that seems completely broken. And my family has basically shunned me completely, both in Australia and in Quebec, to the point that I am not.
Allowed to see.
I'm
your
barred
kid.
from calling or even from seeing or even calling my 4-year-old son, based on their judgment of my bearing and.
So his entire family and friend network has been destroyed by cop interaction.
This is cruel and unusual punishment needs to be dealt with. This is ridiculous, and if I don't get.
The reason I ask where you're
some kind
from
of
is because
remedy-
you could go back and get
So
primary
I-
ID from where you're from.
Okay.
Like if the hospital you're born has a birth certificate or
Here's the
something.
thing, okay. I told you how to fucking do it. You get a system, and you take my fucking fingerprints, and you verify the ID.
But that's, yeah.
Okay, now, we don't wanna do that, okay? They already got my fingerprints, in the courts. They don't wanna do that, because they don't want me to have medication, all right, from a heart condition. All right?
Okay. Anyway, I will see what I can do, you guys. So,
All
Hamish,
right,
do you have a
so,
phone?
ETA,
I gave
last
this phone
time,
number.
Yeah.
last time you didn't take me seriously, you didn't even watch the videos.
I just didn't have enough time. I'm busy, like
Take me out
Rick,
the door.
I'm busy. I got lots going on, and I don't work Tuesdays.
All right,
So-
so out of all the stuff that you got on your plate right
But-
now, this
it-
is probably the biggest thing that's ever hit anything. So
But-
it should deserve a little bit of attention.
For
Federal
sure.
and provincial governments need to team up along with municipalities to deal with this issue.
And
You
I
can't just
am the
pass it off to
watch,
federal
formerly
and say it's
known
not
as
federal.
Anti-Narcotics
It's obviously
Watch.
police, it's obviously citizenship, it's
Yeah,
obviously
I got
medication.
a lot of
it's-
video
It's a bunch of
footage
stuff.
of drug cartel slaves. I am the watch, formerly known as Anti-Narcotics Watch, and every time nearly that I have cop interaction, I try to become an informant, but I'm unable to. Because, well, maybe I'm connected with all the rats, and I am a rat kingdom, and I have a lot of dark data, and we can't put it out because of the Privacy Act.
Okay, I'm gonna see what I can do. And do you have a phone?
Yeah, I put my number on the piece of paper.
Oh, good. Okay, which piece of paper?
The one that you gave me to fill out.
Oh, good. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Yeah, that's consent. Okay, I will dig and I'll call you before. How about this? I'll call you before Friday. I'll call you either tomorrow or Friday. Whether I'll call you. Where are you guys living? Are you nearby?
You know
Is
what,
it-
man?
Did
We
you just not
sleep
hear
in
that they turfed
camouflage,
us on
sir.
the street with a briefcase and 2 blankets and you're asking me where I'm living?
Oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry, that's
we
not
sleep
just
in
on the
camouflage,
street.
sir.
Through systematic.
Sir, we sleep in camouflage because
corrected.
how many death threats are we getting a day now?
This is priority. This cannot.
How many death threats are we getting a day now?
And all the time.
Fucking, I'm losing count. It's nearly every hour.
It's not. It's not a like. Let's see how we can like deal with like some little thing. It's not like.
Rick, I'm trying to help
This
you.
is a
Like,
welfare.
I'm trying to like you.
my check didn't come
so-
through and I need some help just getting it like
Yeah.
grease the wheels for me.
Yeah,
It's like seriously, like, yes, grease the wheels for us, but this is more serious.
We need to just know why our truck was seized. Just tell us why, and if you can't give us a reason,
That's what I'm gonna try and find
give
out.
us back our truck.
That's what I'm trying to find.
And
I'm trying
the
to find
other
as much
trucks,
information
too.
as I can, but
They took
like
the
you
plates.
guys, like you're
They literally took the plates as well to make it even more difficult.
like all the stuff you're talking about is way above my pay grade. I'll be on right there, so I'll tell you. So I'm a
Well,
CA in a constituency office,
I think
but I'm
you
gonna try. I
find
know the
the
people
pay
who are.
grade that's able to deal
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
with
yeah,
the
yeah.
lawyers and all the
Well,
stuff
yeah,
and all
yeah.
the
Well,
people.
no, we'll represent ourselves.
Well, we can represent
a
the
lawyer is not efficient anymore. We are way more efficient than a
You know
lawyer
what I
by
found out
1,000
as
points.
well in jail recently with my lawyer that I got to speak to, because they say you can
They-
speak to
they
a
do,
lawyer.
yeah.
Now, it doesn't do anything though. The
they
lawyer,
don't.
all the lawyer did was read me my rights. I was like, the police officer already did that. You don't have to tell me again.
Yeah, all those public defenders just tell you, here's what you need to do. When I thought I thought they were supposed to do that for you, but they don't do nothing
She
for you.
didn't even say, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Or
She
said,
just hung up
she
the
said,
phone.
don't talk to the police if they ask a question, say no comment. It's like, well, he already told me that.
No, we
I
don't
wanna
listen
talk
to that.
about
We talk
more
to the
stuff
police.
with you.
Yeah, yeah.
She hung up on me.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to talk to another lawyer. This one doesn't seem to be. They're like, well, you
Interesting,
already
yeah.
talked to a lawyer. I was like, yeah, but talk to a
I
lawyer
went
doesn't
through
mean
7
like,
lawyers.
She didn't talk
hi, I'm a lawyer, but
Yeah.
yeah, your right has been like given. I'm like, seriously, guys, come on.
We don't need a lawyer. Lawyers will mess
No,
up
but
everything.
Hamish nailed it. I'm gonna try and find somebody higher up the food chain that does know. Cause I like this information you say to access and that. I don't have access to any of that shit. I'm too far down, like I'm just a constituency assistant. But I'll do my best, cause I know who the people are, like you say, and I'll do my best to get a reaction from some of those people.
I mean, if it doesn't get a reaction, it's just incriminating on their behalf
Yeah.
because
And we will go forth to the
Yeah.
community.
Well, so you're
See,
gonna-
right now, our
you're gonna-
panhandling was pretty high.
Your what was, sorry?
It's called panhandling, spirits and change,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, okay, yeah.
All right, it was real
Yeah, I
high,
didn't-
actually.
I know what
like
panhandling is.
$200 an hour.
Okay, and now it's went down to 20 cents, but you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna release this,
Okay.
one by one, and then our numbers are gonna be exponentially higher because people will believe us.
You'll get me a copy of that. And the
Yeah.
only reason I offered Rick to print it was because I didn't think you had a place to print it, so. But
We're
if you
gonna
got a place-
type it up
okay.
properly, you know.
Good, okay.
And yeah, an expedition on the seizure of the weapons such that it doesn't.
Can you
become
include the address in
incriminating.
there of where you said you wanted to turn over where the weapons are right now?
Oh yeah, it's the first address on the piece of paper. right
Okay,
there.
that's
It's
the
75 Russ Road. There's a safe.
Sandbridge East, okay. And there's a gun safe there,
Yeah,
okay.
they're all very, very secure, apart from the fact that I'm not allowed access to them, and then apparently because I'm not allowed access to them. To
Because you can't see
hand
your
them
kid.
in, then that
Because of the
becomes,
kid, you can't see the kid,
I
but the
can't
kid
see
don't
anything.
live, the kid
It's
don't live
like-
there, so it's like people are taking control of our lives, eh?
Yeah, it seems like
It
they
seems
want
like-
us to go into the gutter and die and not speak up anymore.
Okay.
Like
And
this,
create a
like this.
situation where we cannot do that.
Alright, but we're
Okay,
gonna
good.
speak, we're gonna need an expedited permission to hand out this particular flyer from,
I'll type it up, I'll email it through.
it's
and
just
then,
like, if we get the
I'll just get it to
permission,
the ministry, and see what, I'm gonna get it to the
Alright.
person I see in the ministry.
yeah, if we get the permission, we're gonna put on the flyer that we, maybe you should just photocopy right here.
It's, I don't think it's legible if I photocopy. If you need, Hamish, you're willing to print that up properly?
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just rewrite it out right now?
Yeah.
We can turn off this
Yeah,
camera, we
I'll-
got enough.
I'll,
Here, turn
Oh,
off
you mean
this.
like a pad and?
Yeah, we'll just write it up for you.